Hey guys, welcome back. Drip and Farm for Poverty. I'm your host, Drip Coach, and let's jump right into it. This is the fourth and final video in the DripX white paper overview, and this one hopefully will be shorter because there's not much left to cover. Just the last two sections, which is really just like 1.5 sections, to be honest. So we're gonna get into the buy and burn basically, and what that entails for the drip ecosystem. So first up, the buy and burn you can consider kind of like the heartbeat of DripX's value maintenance ideology. So the buy and burn basically allows for the tokens to maintain some value and stay limited with the supply and things of that nature. So basically supply and demand 101, right? So nothing complicated there. But what is interesting in this, and I mentioned in another video, and this is not meant to say that it is exactly like this project, but this is the only thing that I am familiar with in the DeFi space that has something like this. So as it states here, two key features working together to achieve this are buy and burn. And every time someone uses BNB to create virtual miners for DripX, 67% of that BNB goes straight to our DripX buy and burn smart contract. Now, what I mentioned before is that this sounds similar to Bertha with Elephant Money. Now, if you're not familiar with Elephant Money or you're not familiar with Bertha, the simple way to explain this is that basically the bulk of the BNB will be owned by a smart contract. So instead of it being owned by a whale, like someone that can manipulate it, this will be a smart whale, so to speak, because it's a smart contract. Now, there are pros and cons to that. Again, this is not to say it's exactly like Bertha, but it's the closest thing that I'm familiar with. And we saw an exploit, quote unquote, with Bertha. So if this BNB contract starts to get very fat and the devs don't have this buttoned down to where it is impenetrable, it makes it very attractive for outside influences to try to get in there, flash loan, manipulate it, hack it. I have no idea how that works, but that could be a huge vulnerability risk. Now that all just depends on the devs and the audits and security and all that stuff. Basically, since we've seen all this in the space already, I would imagine that they have the ability to lock it down from what we've seen happen with other protocols. But the pro side of that is that the contract owns the bulk of it and therefore is playing in our favor. So the smart contract does something important every day. It buys wrapped drip, which is swapped for DripX, then burns the DripX tokens. So that BNB will go and buy wrapped drip adding that liquidity to the DripX protocol. And then by burning, or by using that DripX and burning the DripX tokens, you've basically locked in some liquidity because the token exchange that was on the other side, aka DripX, has now been removed from circulation. And as I mentioned to you guys before, with the evolution model, over time, less and less DripX tokens are being minted or created, and there's a cap. So if this is starting to burn a lot of DripX tokens and you're getting less DripX tokens available for mining per day, well, that is definitely a recipe for success going forward. Next up, we got user incentives. So in the user incentive side, they are mentioning that when you use the dApp to distribute BNB or to buy and burn DripX, you get reward of 0.33% of the BNB involved. So I guess that's giving back to you for utilizing their dApp and the systems attached. So kind of like a rebate that you would get from a store, you know, when you turn in your receipt. So that's just another way to keep people using the dApp consistently. Because we've seen, again, with protocols, when things pop up, new shiny object, if it's not degen gains or it's not the new hype train, people just kind of fizzle out and then it dies a slow, painful death. But it looks like the team is putting in a lot of fail safes to keep this interesting, especially now where we're at with this kickoff of the bull run. Next up, ways to earn. So these are kind of self-explanatory. So over on PancakeSwap, you will have the V3 pools that you can add your own wrap, drip, and BNB, and then, you know, keep the sliders available. Let's pull that up real quick. So here is wrap, drip, and BNB, so you can add liquidity here. And like I mentioned, you guys, this is definitely a play. Like, this is, I guess you'll call it less risky, right? Less risky in the exploitation side of PancakeSwap, but you still have risk of impermanent loss for sure. BNB is volatile, and wrap drip is going to be extremely volatile. So you're basically tying two volatile assets together. So there's definitely a risk of impermanent loss on that side. Plus, if you're within the ranges or not within the range, then you may not be making any actual divs. So you can see right here in this tight range of plus or minus basically 15%, you get 129% APR. So this could be a place to park some capital and just test things out. I might look into that myself. Then you'll have DripX and wrap drip, which we don't have yet, but this will be pretty volatile as well, because both of these are arbitrage opportunities. However, now that I say that out loud, I don't know. Yeah, it's volatile because the price can swing dramatically, but it should stay within a range because of people doing arbitrage. So what could happen is that it go outside your range temporarily, and then as the arbitrage bots come in, it should go back. So I don't know, this, even though these are two volatile assets and neither of them are actually, they're both basically meme tokens. BNB is actually the utility coin on the Binance Smart Chain. So this is very interesting. I'm thinking about this out in real time. So reference the ranges, this could stay tighter for longer, but the fact that there's no real utility with this, and from that I mean, like, you know, versus BNB versus Bitcoin versus ETH, these are all just community meme tokens essentially. So don't know what happened with that. So these, yeah, two different plays here for sure, and don't know what the actual APRs will look like either. Then you have arbitrage. That's kind of what I just mentioned before. So you'll be able to arbitrage between drip and wrap drip, and we've been seeing wrap drip get quite a bit of volume in the last couple of days. I'm gonna show you that on the charts. Then of course you can just buy and hold. If you're the OG, then you're sitting on some drip in your wallet or your fountain somewhere, so that is an opportunity just to hold that. We'll take a look at the drip prices shortly, because that has gone down a bit. Looks like people have been selling. So let's just look at it here. It's much easier. Drip regular went down by 1.3%, but wrap drip is up 6.8%. Oh, it's on Pulse, sorry. Wrap drip on Binance is down 3.9%. So there's definitely been some selling going on, and that would make sense from the 2.4 million drip that was claimed on that 100th day. So quite a bit got claimed, and I guess not everybody stuck it in their wallet. Some apparently sold over the last couple days. So still not significant because it takes a lot of drip to sell to move the needle. But yep, still trending downward. We were sitting closer to 3 cents, and then there was decent sell-off here. All right, back to this. So you can just hold this and wait and see what happens. Of course, getting into DripX and hold and see what happens, and then wrap drip. And then you can use your BNB to get miners basically and mine DripX. So that is going to be a play I'm sure a lot of people are going to do, and that's basically the bulk of what this protocol actually does. Then you can also stake your DripX. So if you mine your DripX and you're hodling it, you can actually stake it for BNB rewards. So that's just another way to lock up DripX tokens. Remember, the staking has different days that you can lock it up. So there are definitely a lot of different plays in here, and you would have to think about what's best and what your risk tolerance is, things of that nature, and see where it goes from there. Also, what do we got? Let's see. So taking a look at the drip supply in the different contracts, it's clearly going up, but so is the total supply. So we're still sitting at around just under 20% locked in contracts. You got all that 11 plus another 7.5, so 18.5% So not quite 20% yet, but this is fascinating to see that wrap drip is slowly going up. So I think, again, this is just how the hype and stuff works. Now, of course, the wrap drip going up is based solely on the speculation of DripX. That was where the big boost came in. You see the chart has started to trend upward more aggressively, because if you want to get into DripX, you will need wrap drip when this launches. So they have added some support to the wrap drip token, which has caused people to either wrap more of their drip or buy some, but it hasn't done anything to the tax vault. So we look at the tax vault, still got 826,000 was minted, 563 in the tax vault. There was 6,000 into here. So people are or were probably buying, arbitraging, whatever the case may be. And it now is trending downwards. So we are below that 1 million per day average that we had. But remember, we also had that 2 million spike. So it's still averaging out to that 1 million based off of that volume like 48 hours ago, which was insane. So we will see how this plays out. I'm gonna do one more video, which will be a actual recap of everything in here. So I went ahead and exported all this into AI, the entire DripX chat, just to give you guys a overview of what like the top 5 questions are and some analytical insights from this. And that way you don't have to scroll through this entire chat. And then that will be the last video series from DripX for now, until we get some more updates coming from Hustleman Matt and the team. And then, like I said, I'm still going to do an AMA. Haven't reached out to him yet, but I am waiting for some more information to do one on, or if you guys put some questions in the chat that give me some info to use. So other than that, that's all I got. Smash that HBO special, help a brother out, like, subscribe, comment down below, and until next time, live daily and achieve impossible. See ya.
Want to pay your in real life bills with crypto? How about send crypto directly to anyone with a bank account? SPRITZ Finance is a decentralized solution to be your own bank and connect your crypto earnings to real world bills and payments. They do not take custody of your assets and allow support on multiple blockchains and Web3 wallets. Sign up below using my referral link and you will get $50 back when you make your first $50 bill payment with crypto. Additionally, I will be using referral bonuses to airdrop, donate, or burn based on community feedback. Sign up now.